It's August 27th, 2021. Now, there is a TV show on television about real estate. It's called Million Dollar Listing. They have one in New York. I think they have other places. I don't watch it. I mean, I've watched a few episodes of it. It's not my favorite. This Manhattan skyline, first of all, it is not it's duplistic because they have a totally different business than the business I was in. It's not even the same real estate. I was in maybe at best 150,000 to 200,000. I mean, their commissions are in the millions. My commissions was in the low thousands. But that's because I was in Long Island and I don't have access to this type of clientele. So there is one particular agent, Ryan, I want to call him Seahunt, but it's Seer, S-E-R, and then H-A-N, which is Seer is somebody it's almost like a psychic medium, but in esoteric, in like old world, like Valhalla and the dire wolf and the melding of Middle Earth with other legendary sequencing of actuality of who we are and who our people are, because he and I come from the same people. But I noticed he makes mention on the show during a specific thing. There was a swap out. There's a girl who in this episode wears a hot pink jacket, like my umbrella color, my Victorian cross color. There was a capture, or what I call encapsulate, where we were trying to fix Main Machine at Main Machine Mechanics, and they had almost like I was in the role, but less the face. But it was almost like we call it gimmick, but it was because all of this is to fix the main matrix. So there's like scenes and sets. There's what I call blank, like I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, it's drawing a blank in the human cartoon realm of where you have an animate, but it doesn't have the facial appendage and projections that make you who you are, but you have a definitive signature role at main whatever. So this particular scene, and then it gets tied in like a bow of subscript where taking the Greyhound Airbus, and then this guy Steve's selling some 15 Hudson something or other, and Ryan makes a note because I remember standing up at a glass whatever, and looking over and then out. But the scene wasn't 100% drawn just yet. His character had the appendage, the definitive, I think they call it proboscis, like features on his, for lack of a better word, droid, I guess, which was a faceless, movable genealogy, as we go through this. But he makes mention to, it's nice to see everybody, like all of the brokers, BROKERS, with their faces on, because it's faces in places. These are the specific genealogy that broke the main machine. Seahunt is my sea hunter, and he's a genealogy like my own. We fixed the main machine, and we were brought into this in a horrific way. And it's like trying to chase ghosts and phantoms, and then they have their day groups and social distorters that then try to magically contort the truth and what needs to be done into some fantasy DraftKings game of sports music and never doing anything correct. And then they tell on themselves in these weird, esoteric ways. So that's Steve. That says 30 million. Not even in my realm of reality for that many zeros.
Culmination of years of hard work. Holy shizzle! Of course, we've been very happy with everything that you've done for us at the Zaha Hadid building. We thought it might be interesting for you to take this listing.
That's a deal. I am now the selling agent for the penthouse at the most major private development in the country.
Listen to this, ready? The Gold Club.
All the brokers in New York City, thousands and thousands of us, who gets this golden opportunity. It's a game changer.
Should we get this chilled?
With New York City.
Okay, the golden kids are stealing stuff from the silver kids. Just letting you know. That part hasn't changed. Hasn't gotten any better. It looks to me like it's gotten worse because the real estate game put systems developers in and got outside wranglers involved, and it got so much more disgustingly perverse. Instead of getting more conservative.
I only have a limited amount of people I could bring in for an event. So I have to limit it to the very top brokers who have buyers for a $29.5 million penthouse.
I didn't invite too many people because it's still kind of coming out of COVID. Everyone's still...
That's the replacement, I suppose, or swap out.
So if anyone asks you questions, you are...
Oh my god, those stairs. It's so many stairs.
Ryan!
The marooned.
Hey. What's up, my brother? How you doing? Good to see you.
It's on the listing. I shake hands.
Yeah! Hello. Good to see you. Is this good or what, baby?
And this is the listing you got because of the deal we did, right?
It's because of you, baby.
You're welcome.
Why you're on my
That's why
VIP list now.
You got it. I'm the whole reason he has this listing in the first place. I brought the buyer for his other 4-bedroom, and by doing that deal, he got this penthouse. Steve Gold, Ryan Surian, $8 million.
You just got me the penthouse at 15 Hudson Yards.
You're such a... So, you know what, Steve, you're welcome, and yes, I'll come and check it out.
Crazy. Maybe you'll sell this one too. You know, you're killing it this year.
I don't like doing actual showings anymore. I just want to do all virtual.
I'm excited to get back and see people in person and have a drink with them. And
Yeah. Yeah, I know you are. Show us around.
I don't really give a shit about the actual
15 Hudson Yards.
penthouse 88A,
211.
but I really don't give a crap about the actual unit. Here's where it's important.
It's been a while since I saw Steve. Last time I saw him, he was telling me he's a country boy. You're like learning your way around the farm?
Celery green.
Yeah, with the white pants, I feel like it's really...
They're actually...
really getting...
They're celery green. I dress like a city guy, but my soul is country.
When you go through the actual motions, it won't be me. I know you got used to me being your, let's call it tour guide for lack of a better word, in spiritual walkabout and walkthroughs before it actually goes into action and the faces are painted on. Give me something that you're wearing because it looks whitish to me through human eyes. Celery green, that was his key op, like special connection word. Because I don't know anybody else who wears celery green. They just don't in my world.
Steve definitely left the country at home tonight, and I gotta say, he looks really good in that tux. I think it's from his bar mitzvah?
Hello, I'm Steve.
Krishma,
Nice to meet you, Krishma. Let's show you the living room where the views are phenomenal. I mean, this apartment, I think this is a real opportunity for someone because these are the best views in the building.
Hello. Oh, wow.
It's like everybody's got a leash with some other countrymen near them. I mean, it's like, why are we putting leashes on all the cute kids?
This penthouse, I must admit, is everything. Selling a penthouse like this would definitely get me to that next level. Whew, this is the dream.
This is the coolest I've felt. Getting invited with this crew? Me? A little old me? Oh my god.
How are you?
Good to see you. I know, right? This
It's like a wedding. This is Steve's.
It's like an important event that nobody's talking about for real.
Are you gonna hug? Are you gonna hug? Come on.
Sure.
His mannerisms are just like Alexander.
Pandemic. Who said you don't have to give awkward hugs anymore? Because they're illegal.
This is gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, this is something truly special. I mean, it's an honor to represent the developer here and sell this trophy penthouse.
Steve looks good.
Trophy
Brought the
penthouse.
prom to the penthouse. I mean, he looks good. It looks very good.
We're offering a 4% commission on it.
What? That's hefty.
It's over $1 million.
Time to sell a $30 million penthouse.
Time to sell a $30 million penthouse.
Kimball has a buyer.
Well, good. Brian already said he has a few buyers, so you have a little competition. You guys are the exclusive preview brokers here, so you're looking at it first.
Can we see the bedrooms?
Yeah, please around.
All right.
Oh, here we
We
go.
can take the stairs or the elevator. Internal elevator, all custom detail, inlay, brass.
Nobody really cares
wood
about the
here.
details.
But brokers.
Right?
With faces. This is so weird.
Faces, we shook hands.
I know.
It's like we're
Wait a minute, did he just say brokers with faces? All the people who broke the machine several times that we told you we were so tired of having to come back and fix it, and then your people causing more problems, that if we do a trophy showcase and it's still not fixed for my one position, we're gonna come and kill y'all, because there's no point in bringing you forward.
Oh, nice shot at the Empire State Building right there.
Yeah.
I remember last time I was in a group of brokers.
Right?
With faces. This is so weird.
Faces, we shook hands.
I know.
It's like we're in Florida. Where COVID never hit. Too soon?
Make yourself at home, take a look around.
Cool. So we can check out bedrooms over here?
Take photos, tell your friends about
Pretty,
it.
pretty, pretty. Cool staging. What a sad little child that has to have this as their bedroom.
Oh, such a
You know? Like, Mummy, I don't get to see the Empire State Building.
And they have an accent, of course.
Yeah, because they're definitely British.
Coming up.
Oh, shit.
You know, I like to dress a little brighter.
He's just dressing loud.
And so then that guy, the flashy one, comes in a mustard and ketchup for the Hamburglar bunch, with his acceptable, like, I swear it's like they put leashes on all the animals and all the animal stars of importance and put them on parade.
Let's do it.
Bro, invite you to stay salty.
This is a big thing.
With the return.
I guess that's how you keep your importance in Manhattan. I don't really know. I've never like given in, or I've never even given in a shot, nor have I been invited into any of it. Don't get me confused with something called a Nora Tiafrio. Totally different animal. We are nothing the same. I'm Nicole Cattaruzza. It's star 1978, star 8378. Today is August 27th, 2021. It is Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. And for the fix and the cure result, it is Earth to solar system to Milky Way to universe. And currently I have something wrong with, I know the blue cobblestones of Belgium block, but there's a problem at the yellow brick road. They've paved it with some golden and bronze creation myth story problem and rearranged the set sequence, and it keeps breaking the machine. You want to know why all of the sacred Israeli texts are all blown up and in tiny little itty bitty pieces? It's because the machine keeps breaking into those same size, but at meteorite level, which is where the nanophyte is. And then we have to reverse it to the last position, known position, where the geological and geospatial points and positions were at a point in with anatomy on the field of something we could rely on and use as a temple mount. These are my temples. There are points within the chi that align between here and here. It gives symmetry, it gives balance, and it gives motion to a figure within in order to describe and explain the health of the system and to have a star chart map of the cure and what's plaguing the system. It's almost like a computer virus simulation for a much bigger purpose. And the human part, they're the virus walking around and creating, at this point, we had a Rubicon that had some breakage points in it. That was what I call Belgian block, and it was as a topiary. The labyrinth and the muse at topiary level was at least able to be seen and to be fixed by the Seahunt and my Cattaruzza people. But then somehow they created inside of the Rubicon a further problem of lexicon, which then made like a yellow brick road scenario to an emerald green city, which is what the ruby red shoes are in Wizard of Oz. And then it made more complicated something that was already complicated, and it makes it more the more distal it gets in proximity to where the epicenter was and still is and needs to be fixed in tetragrammaton, and several other layers. The more distal it gets, the more socially distorted it gets, causing a torsion effect, almost like a kaleidoscope. When you look at a kaleidoscope and you turn the knob, you never get back. If you find something absolutely beautiful, you'll never get back to that exact kaleidoscope measurement in a human in this environment, the way that we're socially distorted, because it clicks and every click changes it ever so slightly, so it never goes back to exactly where you want it to go. It changes it into something different. And that social distortion, that torsion effect, is okay if you flash freeze it in volcanology terms. So this way you know exactly forensically where your beginning point is, and you can set strategy. The problem is that they are haphazardly coming up with new contests and new choreographs and new system designers and system builders, almost like it's some real estate project and that they're like totally in on it and like invited in. I will tell you right now, just like I didn't invite you into New York, I'd never invited you into systems design, analysis, or choreograph, for sure. Star 1978, star 8378, Nicole Cattaruzza. I'm in Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, which is New York State, which is Empire State, which is the USA. It's USA. If you sound it out, it's USA, USA, for USA, Utsa, Uzza, which would be myself, which is a 22, as opposed to a 5. 5 to 22 for the flip. And I think that's sufficient for now for logging and bringing Ryan in through his natural born route of he's already somebody special in his group, and I have no access to him or any of his whatever, and he can vouch for that.